Hello, musicians. Today we've got a really cute song by, well, it was made famous by Buck Owens many years ago. I didn't really know much about Buck Owens' music, but I sure like the name of his group, Buck Owens and the Buckeroos. So Act Naturally is the song that we're going to do, and it was written by a man named Johnny Russell and Vonnie Morrison. I don't know if that's a man or a woman. We're playing this in the key of G, so we've got a little bit going on here. Hopefully now that you've played for a while, or even if you haven't, you can start to make your way through the song. It's in 4/4 time, and we're going to go nice and slow. So if you look at the chords, even on the intro, and practice going between them as a beginner, making sure, okay, you could just do one strum, and then move to the C, and you're always trying to have at least one of the notes down before you let go fully, back to the G. This is in the intro. And then the D7, which we've talked about a bunch, and you'll see that there's two ways to play D7. Certainly fine to do the two-fingered one, the alternate one. So this song is a 1/4/5, meaning that's the key of G. So G is now 1. And then relative G, it goes A, B, and then C and D7. Although I think that there's an A in here, so yes, there is. So then that would be a 2. So it would be a 1/2/5. I think that A happens in the chorus one time. Yeah, that's the only time it occurs. So you're starting off in your verse there. Your C, and then down to, G, then down to the C, back to the G, and then to the D7. Right, so you can climb up to the top and then make it, or practice barring, do that a couple of times so you get stronger in your barring. And then doing the squeezing and releasing, which is called fret muting, to strengthen that if you're interested in learning more about bar chords. So we've got the D7, and then you go back to the G, C. So there's a couple of interesting things that I wanted to add today. So as a beginner, usually we're just doing down strums. So to make it slightly more challenging, but not too challenging, I suggest people do so. We'll do the chords on the intro in the style that I'm going to talk about, nice and slow. So we're going to just strum 4 beats, 1, 2, loose wrists, right? We're holding, but now try and make 2 and 4 more pronounced sounding. So soft, loud. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm just using my index finger, striking the strings, and you see it gives it a bit of interest. Now let's go to C, 1, 2, and I'm just doing a bunch of bars of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now it's back to G, so let's climb back there. 1. Now we're going to go up to the alternative D7. 1, 2, quiet, loud, quiet. And you can just practice that and then do whatever through the song, but it's interesting to do that. And in the recording, which is fun to listen to, after the word, all I got to do is act naturally, they do a bit of musical silence. So it would be, I'll show you when we get there, and then that happens twice because naturally is down. It might happen 3 times, but I'm only going to do it twice. So we've got that little bit of quiet, loud, and then eventually you can start to learn to do what's called the church lick strum, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But right now, just to start and break that down, 1, 2, quiet, loud, quiet. Now our musical warm-up in our voice, do an in-tune C. I'm just going to double check. La, bit sharp. La, spring weather being variable where I am, it's going to affect yours. So check your tuning when in doubt. Let's do an E. La. So we've been doing a little bit about what the note would be when we start the song. So because we're playing a G chord, I know pretty much most of the time that the sung note in the first bit of the melody is going to be one of the notes. Often it is of that chord, because then they fit together. And I don't think there's a word chordant, but if it doesn't fit together, it's discordant, and we don't want that. So we've got the word there, so I believe that's a D note there. There. So if you put your G chord on and then you pluck this C string at the 2nd fret, that is a D note. There, and you could sing that. There. So singing it as a note and understanding that your voice is an instrument as well that you can develop when you practice. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. And then when we get to the chords in the middle, in the recording they just do about 4 bars of G, and I think that sounds better than what they've got there. So I'm just going to change that up. So, and then if you don't know the A chord, remember, always do the chord and then the chord that precedes it. So in the chorus is where the A happens. The chord preceding it is G. And I will play that for a bar, and then coming over to the A, getting familiar. And you could just loop that for a minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know that transition is smoothed out, that pothole. 2, 3, 4. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. G. Might be going a bit fast. 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're a big star of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. 4, 1, 2, 3, and all I gotta do is act naturally. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Well, I get being a big star. I might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star. Here's our A. I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movies. 2, 3. Then I'll know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally. And then in the recording it's 1, 2, 3, 4, just G. 1, and I'm not sure how many bars. I'm doing 4, and then we make a scene about a man that's sad and lonely, and begging down upon his bended knee. I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing. And all I gotta do is act naturally. And then I do 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 beats of quiet. Now back to the chorus. Gonna be a big star. I might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star. 'Cause I can play the part so well. To the last verse. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movies. Then I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally. Oh, giggles. And then they're doing a D. There's the one time the D chord, and you can still do D7, but let's practice doing D. 3 men in a tub is what I call that. All I gotta do is act naturally. And then a bar of C to the 4, and then the 1. So throughout the song, other than the intro and that part in the middle that I did 4 bars of G, it's 2 bars of each of those chords. So right at the top, they're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna put me in the... So that was 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C. G, 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 D. 7, 2 bars. G for 2 bars. C, 3, 3, 4. D, 7, D, 7, G. Well, a bit's a big makes fun. I'm pretty sure that throughout the whole song, it's 2 bars on each of the chords. So as you're practicing, and if you're not quite ready to do the lyric, you could just count the bars. And so it's 1, even without that embellishment in the strum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, change chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, change chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, D7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Third line G, 2, 3. That's 2 bars now. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, D7, 2 bar. G, and then you've got that bar of silence. D, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's actually well I'll, and the chorus would be in the 4th beat of that previous bar of silence, because the beats never stop, right? So all I gotta do is act naturally, 2, 3, and then well I would be, unless you wanted to do it like 2 bars there, but I think it's fine to just go silence, 2, 3, well I'll, which is gonna land on the 4th beat of that rest bar, and then D7 you would start again. 2, G, 2, 3, 4, D7, 3, 4, G, 3, 3, D7, 2 bars, big star, G, now A2, A2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, well, I hope you come see the movie. And it's quite a catchy song, an enjoyable song. I hope you have found it the same enjoyable, and you like, share, subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers. Hoping that you're enjoying the content. I try to mix it up. I know I need to do a few more modern songs, but if there's any songs that you would like me to try to demonstrate, I'm happy to do that, so suggest away. My friend suggested this Buck Owens, and I think the only time I've ever heard that name before is in the song Looking Out My Back Door by Creedence, where he refers to Buck Owens. So great song. Thank you, Buck Owens, for making that such a catchy one. And listen to it on YouTube. It's really fun. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.